Welcome back to my lure box, folks. A cracking video coming this week. We're in Kakadu at the Corroboree Billabong chasing Barra and Saratoga. But before we launch into it, I wanted to share with you a competition that's being run by Petters Brakes and Suspension. They've been a great support for us getting on the road safely this year and doing it really well. I've got a GVM upgrade and an upgraded track rider brake system that I'm running on my Hilux. It's been brilliant. They're running a competition with the Caravanning Industry Association of Australia with over $90,000 in prizes, including a VW Amarok four-wheel drive that's got all the upgraded lift kit and brake system on it, and a whole heap of camping gear from Dometic with giveaways and things. So I'm going to include the link at the bottom of this video, so click on that and go and check out the details. You can put your details in there and check out all the prizes that are up for grabs there. There's some fantastic stuff. Alright, let's rip into the video. Billabong Barra. Have a look at that beautiful barramundi. That is just unreal. Under these lilies. Have a look at that. Oh, yep, Barra. No, it's a Saratoga, you little beauty. I've ticked him off. We are here at Kakadu at the Corroboree Tavern. I'm getting the boat off. I've had a really early start this morning, but I'm in search of that dream I've had since I was a little kid to go and chase barramundi and Saratoga out at the Corroboree Billabong, and I've put everything together. The boat's coming off. We've got an early session and I've got all the plastics and top water lures in to get really excited and make it all happen. I want to bring you guys along with me, so there's going to be filming, heaps of wildlife. It's stunning out here. I've seen all the photos for about 25 years I've been watching. Now it's our turn. I want to bring you along with me. Let's go and get some action. Oh, got it. Beautiful stuff. Little toga. Is it? Or baby barra? These little barra right in the jaw. Look at him. Billabong Barra. This is what the dream's been about. keep it going, guys. Just on that tiny little weedlessly rigged Z-Man, and this is just the opening night colour with a little ball sinker, just super light with the chin weight there, the little snakelockz hook system, in against these pandanus. God, this is stunning. Yep. Oh, missed him. Come back again, buddy. Oh, yep, again, got it. Oh, brilliant stuff. There he is. There he goes. Oh man. Right under these lilies here. This is just unreal. There's a bigger buff, and I need to get on that. That's a bigger barra right there. Come on, buddy. Come and grab that, would you? That was a much bigger barra. God. Oh yeah, got it. Oh. Oh, he's still after it down here. That is just insane that he's come back for that. Come on, man. Oh, he's still there. Barra. Yep. Oh, better fish. Oh, that was always going to happen deep in there. Come on. That was a really solid hit. Oh. Here he comes, here he comes. Got it. Oh, missed him. He's still got it. Has he got it now? Got him now. Yes. That is just unreal. From under these lilies. Have a look at that. A beautiful Billabong barra taken right underneath the lilies, and I saw him, he was feeding there, just sitting playing, and I thought I'd chuck this in a little bit proud, just past him so I didn't spook him, and a bow wave, and he honed it down, smashed it twice. You little ripper. God, look at the colours on them. Aren't they just stunning? Come here, mate. Oh, I get the feeling this is going to work today. I'm trying to work this bite out. Yeah. And I was fishing the shadowed side early, and I haven't been getting as much action, so I just switched over here, and I thought, right, I've got the sun behind me, I'm going to be able to see in and maybe pick up a few more cues, and it's not often that I'll go for the sunny side first thing in the morning, but that has just worked a treat. Look at him. God, back you go, mate. How good. This is going to happen today. I've got these good feelings. I've travelled so far to get here, and then left early this morning from the caravan park to try and get the right bite, just in case it doesn't last. But, oh mate, the way he just hammered that, came after it, I reckon there's some aggression in him today. Boy, I hope it lasts. Keep firing some more casts in there. Oh, he's following it. Just grab it, mate. Oh, Barra right there, look. Oh, missed him. Still wants it. God, oh, there it is. Just take it, buddy. Do you really want it? Yes! Right there. Are you joking? Oh, still down there. I don't know if you're seeing any of this. There's a Barra playing with me. Like, absolutely taunting me. It's nuts. You can't see anything. You're looking straight into the sun. Just not quite committing. I'm gonna do something that I very rarely do to anything, but this Z-Man is not swimming as it's sinking. I'm gonna slip the tail. It's not swimming, it's just staying like that, and you can heat them up Some lures you're going to heat up. I'm not 100% on Z-Mans, but I'm going to punch this tail and see if I can get it to swim on the way down, because that barra was not as keen as I reckon it should have been. Let's see what happens if I just free this tail up slightly. That's the messiest little tail cut you've ever seen. Okay, let's see. Yep. Right, well, it's very rare that I'll do this to a Z-Man, because all of my years with jack fishing using these products, they've just been fantastic, and the vibe is so important to me. But I've bitten the tail out like you might see a toadie do with a pair of clippers, because it wasn't swimming on the drop, and there are fish coming in and looking at this thing as it drops, and that barra was, he needed to be really tempted, and as soon as I got that tail moving, that's when he was grabbing it. So I'm going to see if I can just turn him on with this. Oh, here he is. Yeah, he's just got it again. Oh, that is unreal. Oh, yep, got it. Bigger fish. Oh, beautiful. I think, oh, lost it. I think big Saratoga up in the back here. Oh, beautiful big Saratoga. And it threw the hooks. I saw the big fan tail. God, they're stunning. Oh, and he came at it from ages away. Yeah, I've lost him. Oh, that was stunning. The size of the bow wave as they come after these things is nuts. I'm not going to play with this on the other side of the boat. Get all that off. Look at the mess he's left me in. Hey mate. Yeah, good. I just lost a big toga. Just in there, yeah. Yeah. Come in, mate. Come in and say good day. That's what I've been using this morning.
Oh, opening night Z-Man, is it?
Yeah, just a Z-Man with a little chin, like a little chin mate. I've been fishing with that because I was getting so frustrated with these frogs hookup rates. Yeah. If you crack it and you want to jump on with the Alecki, just come over, mate, you jump on. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you're all right. I don't want to get in the road.
See how you go and then let us know, but you're welcome to jump on, mate. All right. Mate, there's a toga right here playing with me. Like I'm watching it, just about a metre down, but they just do not hook. It's so frustrating. Oh, Saratoga. Come on. Oh, this is just crazy. They are so difficult to hook in here. It's a real, it's a crazy little test. Oh, getting belted right there. Has he got it? Oh. There's a Saratoga playing with my lure on the edge of a lily that there's a little water hen on the edge of. That is just stupid. It is so intense in here. Oh, Sarah right there, right beside the shadow. Are you kidding? Oh, again. Are you joking? Got it. Oh, third time. Come out. Come out. Oh, that is just unreal. Look at that. Third time right at my feet beside my shadow. And this is what it's taking to get this bite this morning. I'll talk to you about it once I just get my heart back in my body. That's crazy. Look at that. Have a look at that beautiful barramundi. He's got 3 mates down there too that have all been taunting me in some Saratoga. Back you go, buddy. Oh, this is just insane. The bite is really hard to convert. And being able to watch, some of them I'm not even feeling through the rod. They just, and I don't even feel it. Amazing. It's pushing me in the direction of really high-end rods, this sort of stuff. The barra bite, I'm learning so much about these barra up here now. The barra bite and the way that they decide to take a bait is just so addictive to try and work out and to work through in the morning. So much fun. The way I'm getting it done now, I'm pushing right up into these lilies, like as far as my motor will take me in there, and then just punching and lifting through pockets. It's a lot like that punching with weights in the States, where they use those tungsten balls and they get them in there and jig through the lilies and that sort of stuff, like punching weed for those big bass. That's what this is like for these barra, and God, they're aggressive. There's Saratoga here, everything. So that's what I'm using, and look at that. That was new, 1 barra, just a small barra, and it's roughing that 40 up. Unreal. Keep going. It's amazing the way that the shadows are cast here, and that the barra are not afraid with your shadow. Because I was literally on top of them then, and my shadow from the sun was projected down into that little hole, and they just kept coming back. Again. Oh. I'll tell you what, a little sinking weedless fly, and I can't believe it, I left my fly gear at home, but a little sinking weedless fly, man, that would be fun. As long as you had, if they were taking it, there's no action on the fly obviously, but my God, they would be so much fun in here, because you could just drop the little flies into the pockets, pull it out. When I actually hooked that barra, I watched it and set the hook pretty hard to get it. The others I've just been hoping they'd hook themselves, and it's not happening, so I'm going to try and keep feeding these fish. Oh, barra behind it. Yes, take it. Right under it, look. Mate, he swam the whole way out. I don't know if you saw any of that. He just came out and was swimming beside the boat with it. It is nuts. It's so visual, frustrating at times, but just beautiful too to get to watch all this. Learn about their behaviour just by watching the way that they zoom up and posturise around a bait. Love it. There's a Saratoga. I'm watching a toga. You can see him. Oh, he's on that. Oh, he hit it too. That's part of the retrieve I was trying to explain earlier, is you can dance your way across through the lines of these lilies, or around on top of them. You can go hop, 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 drop it down the edge, and just sit it there like that far underneath the lily pad, and they'll come up and hit it sometimes. That was nuts. Again, no hook up, but watching these fish just come up and grab from around here. It's middle of the day stuff around these lilies. Just dragging it over, dropping it down, and then boom. They're just so measured in their take though here. It's unbelievable. Just fishing with a metre of line off the end of my rod, and there are barra just playing with it down there, but I cannot hook them. And I've got the catchiest little hook there, little TT. My confidence has just gone through the roof. I've just seen a cormorant droppings into the water, that is a key sign for me. Under there, I'm going to have a crack and I reckon I'm a shot. Wherever these cormorants park up, if it's overhanging the water, it's always been a key for me. I've got some of that right here. The pandanus. Oh, there's Barra here right now. Oh, he's just playing with it, mate. Oh, that's 4 hits of the same Barra. It's not even swimming right now. Look at that. Oh, look at that. They're just all over it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If he goes it again and misses, I'm going to switch him up with a little curl tail exposed. Look at that. Those cormorants are such a tell. There's one. Yep, got him. Yes, it's a tarpon this time. You beauty. And they are mad when they get in the boat, so I don't want to play around with this thing at all. Get out of the phone. All over me. GoPro. Get out. Yep. Still finishing lunch. Tarpon. Wow. Well, I've just changed over my lure. Oh, they can never stay on the hook. Get out of it. You're going to ruin my camera bag here. There you go. This place is loaded with... Oh. Alright, well, I've just changed the lure and tarpon's jumped on. There's about 4 others that tried before he did. Not going to wash my hands in the water. I'm too nervous for these crocs, but there are fish everywhere in here. It's stacked. I've just seen schools of Barra just free swimming. Not interested, but what I've done is I've changed over. Have a look at this. Look at all the legs. And the reason is I've wanted a lure to be able to work on the way down. I'll show you. Where's the packet? They're these little boom baits. And the spider prawn has so many little legs. There it is there. You can see. It's only got a small profile, heaps of legs, and super stretchy. So I just reckon this is going to get it done later in the day. Have a look at this. That's it there. Rigged weedless. And as it falls, there's still heaps happening for it. And I just think that's going to be a little bit of a key. So I've just thrown it out, a couple of casts, and definitely the tarpon are after it. I just want to see if I can get a Barra or a Saratoga on it. They're still going for it now. I'm pretty sure they're tarpon because there are thousands of tarpon through there. I did see about 4 Barra in a school. I'm going to keep fishing and see if we can get something else. Oh, they're still going for it. Tarpon going mad for it. They love it. Couple of jigs. Oh, it's just stupid. The tarpon in here are just off tap. No joke, I would have seen about 40 or more Saratoga this morning. The bite is so touch and go. It's amazing. But being able to watch it, I watched that bite and I watched the lure disappear and then I fed it really hard. The fish in here are so difficult to hook, and that's why I've gone down to something like this where there is a whole heap of space that just can collapse really easily. It's a smaller bait so that they're actually inhaling it and getting it more, and there's a lot of these curly little bits here. I think this is what's made the difference as the day's gone on. These curly little bits that are all moving as it's dropping. Man, so much fun out here. This stuff is just so addictive. It's hard to go home. It's going to be hard to leave Darwin, to be honest with you, because this is a different type of fishing than I'm used to. It's a little bit like bass fishing, but the intensity of everything is just nuts, and how visual it is. The way these lily pads, you work these lily pads, you can just find a line and bring it through, and then you can stop it, drop it beside the lily pads. You can fish on the lily pads and get bopped off the top, you know, fall off the edge of the pads and you just get slammed. It's so much fun. Super addictive. And I'm not fishing real heavy. This is like, Well, what's this? This is like 14 pound, I think. And my leader's heavy. I've been running anywhere between 20 and 40 litre this morning. And it's getting chuffed up by these Barra every time. Like one Barra and she's already starting to get frosted down near the hook. God, it's good fun. Yes! Oh, I've dropped me toga again. That was a Saratoga. I saw him come out, grab it, turn sideways. I've let him turn and then I set it hard. Oh, well. Mate, this little spider prawn. Have a look at the colour in it. The profile. God, it's cool. Oh! Right off the surface. Wasn't watching. Took my eyes off it for a second, barrable. Boom. Oh my goodness. And he was only that big. Still put the wind up. Oh, right in the middle of the day and they're still going mental off the top. Here comes another one after another one. Come on, grab it now. Yep. He's just sitting under it. There were 4 Barra just sitting under. I wish I could show you this stuff. They just swum all the way along with it. Nose behind it, completely just watching everything. This is unreal. What I might do while I've got you in here and just parked up, there's not a lot of wind, I'm out of the main system now. I'll take you through what I've worked out this morning. This has been such a challenge, even though there are just fish everywhere in here. It's not a fisher cast hooking up, but it's almost a fish. It's a fish every other cast, some kind of action where you can see them honing in on it, following it, maybe nudging it, swimming across it. It's just nuts. And I've been through a host of lures to try and change the bite and catch the bite. Early on, I got a couple of Barra that just came out, slammed the lure, see you later, and I was on. But as the lights come up, the bite has slowed and it's really challenged me, which I just love it. You know, coming in here and smashing big numbers of fish would have been fantastic watching as well. But a challenge like this where you come out and you've got to work out how to keep a bite going, I love that stuff. So the things that I've been working on this morning, I've varied my leader size up, but at the moment I think that's about a 30 pound leader, and the whole morning I've been trying to run weedless. So you can see that there with a tiny little weight at the front there, and that's just meant that even more than a headlocks weedless setup, I think it's given some of these smaller baits more opportunity to move about, and it's given me a much better retrieve once I get hooked up on a stem or into a log or whatever. I can kind of pop it and get it off without getting into the back of the weeds. So it's meant that that little rigging system means that I'm a lot more confident that I can get it off something. And because there's so much distance between the boat and the bank sometimes, I wouldn't have been able to go in and get it. All the weed and all the lilies, I just wouldn't have got the boat in there to be able to get some of those snags off. So that's a really good way to run it. I started off with Zman 4-inch paddle tails and they were fantastic. I got plenty of action on those, but what I noticed was I had to cut the tail, and I hate cutting tails of plastics because it changes their vibe and their design, but the Barra weren't as interested as soon as I dropped it. So they were following. As soon as I dropped it, they'd watch and turn because that little tail was stopping on the way down. It might have just been a tougher one or whatever, because usually they're so soft, or the way that it was rigged with the, you know, a lot of the body being held in line because of this weedless system. Maybe that was slowing it down. But once I cut it down, cut that tail out, I started to get more bites on the drop. You can see I've munted, that was the second one I did. I munted that and the bite completely went off. They weren't interested in that at all. So the first one I was a lot more particular about how I got it, and this one, for some reason, they just weren't interested. Same colour plastic, same size, everything. They just weren't as keen on the drop. Whether it was the fish or that lure, I don't know. But I tend to blame myself. And then what happened was, I found that these little pockets where it's really smooth and calm, these spots made sense. And so I was fishing, I came in and tried to get out of the main area because all that water movement, there's a ton of bait out there, and getting through the bait to the fish was too hard. But I also think the fish that are parked up in here are using a lot less energy, and there's still a heap of bait in here for them, and the lilies are in here, so it's an easy feed. And you've got shrimp, there's been tiny little insects and lizards and stuff like that. There's heaps of stuff in here, huge variety, and there'd be shrimp and cherubin in there as well around all of this weed. So I found these pockets to be way more productive today. I've never fished here before, and this was the challenge. So coming out, working out where the bites are happening and how I can fish the areas has just been fantastic to go through my lures. Little spinning outfit. So I've got a bait cast. I've got 4 bait casters in here and 1 spinning outfit. The spinning outfit by far was the way to go, and that just gave me more punching power, so I could send the lures out there a lot further and high stick over the lilies and bring it onto the lilies and then drop it. And even with the strike with these Barra, I was able to get into them a little bit as well. Even though I've missed a lot, I think that this spinning outfit was the way to go. So it's just a little Vanford, like a, what is it, a 3000 Vanford, and I've got, I think it's either 14 or 20 pound line on here. The majority of the Barra that I've caught have been taken in about a metre of water. So there have been a couple of Barra that have come right up near the surface and had a go, but the majority of the fish have come when I've dropped the plastic down and it's just out of sight and I can see them flashing it and they were hitting it. Some I could feel, some were so subtle I couldn't even feel it. They'd suck and spit real quick and then keep playing with the lure. But it was about a metre underneath those lilies is where the bites were happening, and anything higher they just weren't really committing. They were sort of trailing behind it and just sort of cruising and fading in behind the bait. And the key with these lily pads, if you're bringing it past them, you try and pick a line between the lilies and just sink it down underneath there. There's all the shadows and the cover. The confidence of those Barra where they're sitting goes right up if they're in under the cover of darkness. Sometimes I'm kind of like playing turntables. There's too many lily pads, and as I'm bringing it through, all the lilies are just sort of twisting and turning, and even that's enough to pull the Barra in, I reckon. Oh, I just got belted off the edge there again. My line's just ticking away. Beautiful stuff. That's a Barra bite too, 100% that's a Barra. So you can't fish these too slow. I just love when you can use a plastic nice and slow, because middle of the day the bite will slow down, and if there's a lure that you can pick up that you can fish super slow and still have lots of action, I reckon it's a go-to. These are made by Samaki Boom Baits. It's called a spider prawn. Now I reckon people have used them for brim and flathead for ages, but on the Barra and even the Saratoga in here, the tarpon have been smacking them. It's all that action, those little micro actions of those little curl tails and the feet. They just love it. Alright, if you've got a favourite Barra lure for fishing in these billabongs, I want to know about it. Put it in the comments and let me know how you get it done in here. I've found the hookup rate a real challenge today, but if you've got some tips, I'd love to hear them. Yep, got it. Oh, Barra. Beautiful stuff. Right in the middle of this midday bite. That, oh mate, it's so much fun just to see the way this is turning out. I've got to call the wife. I was due home and the bite's just switched on. God, it's good fun. Oh, mate, it's all come on a whole heap of lure changes this morning trying to work things out, and it's this thing. Samaki Boom Bait, the little spider prawn. How good. Yep, got a barra now. Yes! Mate, it is nuts in here. Found them. And it's so much fun, these little school-sized barra. God. Come here, buddy. Just come here. Oh, how good, eh? Beautiful, beautiful little barra. And it's the middle of winter up here. But these school-sized fish in these billabongs, I don't reckon they care. I can't believe it. It's just stunning, this place. Getting the big one's going to be a trick, I reckon. But mate, the way that they turn on and off and have their little bite times and sulk and carry on. Oh, yep, Barra. No, it's a Saratoga, you little beauty. I've ticked him off. And it was done right at the end of the session. Have a look at this gorgeous little Saratoga. Oh man, I have watched literally hundreds of these come out and have not been able to hook one. Oh, what a beautiful way to finish the session. Now I know that it's only a small one. They get a lot bigger than this. Not as big as ours down south, I'm pretty sure, but a beautiful fish nonetheless. Ticked off the bucket list, and boy am I stoked with that. I have missed tons of these. Aren't they just stunning? Look at that. And they're so measured in their take. This little fella was the most unlucky of the lot, I reckon. Look at his little lip. I love their little feelers down here at the front. That's how you can tell it's a toga. Eyes on the way up, and they feed up all day long. They take stuff off the surface. Little frogs. Oh, what a fish. Mate, he's so unlucky to be hooked like that too. God, they are just gorgeous. Look at that. A Saratoga from Corroboree Billabong. And there are hundreds of these little things around. See you, buddy. You get to watch them come out and smash everything. I'm so glad I got one because I wanted to tick a toga off the list while we were in Darwin. Finally done it in the Northern Territory. Finally done it before we go. I was on the little spider prawn. This thing is just killer. And I saw him come and grab it, which makes it even better. It's so visual up here at Corroboree that you get to see so much of the action. God, it's good fun. Oh well, I had fished with these Zman frogs as well. I've been fishing these frogs heaps up here, but the hookup rate hasn't been as good as I'd hoped. That's why I've gone away from them and started fishing other things. And this spider prawn's just been fantastic for it. Oh, yes, got it. Yes, a full swamp donkey barra. Not a donkey, not that big, but a swampy nonetheless. Look at the colour on it. Mate, out of the darkness. Oops. Be careful, getting a bit excited. Throw the single hook into me. Oh, mate, this little thing just goes mad for it. He was black when he came out. What a beauty. Oh, so much fun. Smashed it 3 times. Oh, I missed another one just then. Oh, around these pandanus, they're just frothing on it. They love it. All these little legs going, he's just turning the bite back on. Love it. Middle of the day stuff. Yep, got it again. Another Saratoga. You little beauty. Well, I'd nearly called the session, and now I've got 2 of them. Look at that. Aren't they just so gorgeous, these things? Look at that Saratoga. I love them. And I chased them as a kid at Hinds Dam, a different brand that are at Barumba. Oh, But these ones, God, they're so aggressive. A lot less inhibitions than the ones down south, I reckon. They go so hard, chase everything down. Used to chase them on fly and with little poppers and spinner baits and things. I reckon they'd all be a crossover for up here. All those lures would work up here too, I reckon. What a way to do it. Alright folks, well that is it for Corroboree Billabong. We are going to leave Northern Territory shortly and get over into WA, hopefully if the borders stay open. I have had a ball this morning and, well, it's this afternoon now. The bite came really late, came at midday, and I'm loving learning to understand the behaviour of these barra, just putting tiny little pieces together. There's a hell of a lot to go because a lot of it has just been persistence at this point, but boy, they are an impressive fish. As frustrating as they've been for such a long time, I feel like there's little pieces coming together. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. A lot of small fish, but I don't care. I love them all the same, and boy, they're good fun on lighter gear in around all this heavy cover and under the lilies. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. Make sure you click the link at the bottom of this video. Get yourself in the draw to win that four-wheel drive and extreme camping combo with the Petters upgraded suspension and lift kit. There's a whole heap of prizes in there as well from Dometic, a whole lot of camping gear. Make sure you get in the draw for that. I'll see you in the next video.